this look, which is going to be a pretty long video because I'm going to be talking through which products a beginner must have, because this is a beginner's makeup tutorial, as well as I'm going to share some tips and tricks with you on beginner's makeup and how to simplify your makeup a little bit. So yes, if you want to know more about the products you can use if you're a beginner, and how to get some basic tips and tricks right, then please keep on watching. To start away with the tutorial, the first step that I'm going to be doing is a base, a foundation. You can use BB cream. I have like so many reviews on BB cream, Pond, Maybelline, Garnier. All of them would be linked here, like here. Also, if you're watching this on a phone or a tablet, they would be in the bottom bar as well, so you can check out wherever you want to. But today I'm going to be using an actual foundation, which is going to be the Lakme Absolute Mattreal Skin Mousse. For the simple reason, today I'm going to be using consistencies which are of mousse. Basically, I'm trying to focus on mousse consistency, because you can go wrong with powder, you can go wrong with you can go horribly wrong with liquid, but it would take a little more effort to go wrong with the mousse. You can go wrong, I'm not saying this is foolproof, you can go wrong, but this will take a little bit more effort to go wrong with. And sorry if I was looking distracted because I was trying to take out my mousse. And I have a first impression on this already on my channel. Yes, I do have one. It would be linked here as well as in the bottom bar, so you can check that out. Check that out if you want to. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. So yeah, as you already know now that you want to go for mousse consistency, for the simple fact that they're more easier to work with. Blush, again, as I said, we're looking for a mousse consistency. I have this one by Maybelline, Dream Mousse Blush in 40 Soft Plum. You want to look for softer shades. This is like a really soft shade. You want to look for softer shades because if you go for a bright red, bright pink, bright orange, there are chances you can go wrong. You want to first try your hands with softer shades that have less chances to go wrong with, and then you want to move up to, you know, any shade that you want to do. So I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and I'm going to apply this onto my apples of the cheek. Now you can find your apples of the cheek by just smiling. The part that rises up the most is the apple of your cheek. So this is right here, my apple of the cheek. So I'm going to apply a blush from the apple of my cheek going up till my hairline. Just like that. And done with the blush. Easy, right? Next, I'm going to talk about highlighters and bronzers. Now you can use any blush. As I said, first of all, let's finish with the blush. But as I said, mousse would be best, and I think mousse is only offered by Maybelline. There are liquid blushes by Oriflame, but you can go horribly wrong with liquid, as I said, because you can have a lot of product onto your face, which would not be a good sign. So next we're gonna go over for highlighting and a little bit of contouring or bronzing. We're gonna see that, which we're gonna do. So I have right here with me Shimmer Kisses Bronzer by MUA. It is like a brick with 4 compartments of different colors. It's like a highlighter here, 2 neutral blushes here, and 1 is too dark for me. Or this can be used as a blusher. It smells horrible. It smells like Betnovit. If you have ever smelled Betnovit, this is what it smells like, and I really hate that fact. But a lot of other companies offer something like this. Colorbar has a shimmering bricks, Bobbi Brown has a shimmering bricks, then I think you can find it in other brands as well. But this is by MUA in the shade Bronze Shimmer Kisses. Now basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pick a highlighter up on my finger. This is what it looks like. It's a white highlighter. Now when you say we want to highlight our high points, this is just to enhance your feature. High points is what, like when you have your face towards the side, whichever point has a risen part, like cheekbones, they are above from your face side. Eyebrow bone, it's, you know, kind of coming up. Your forehead, your nose, your cupid's bow, your chin. If you draw a plane like so, these are outside, like they're just high points. So I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger. This is powder, I know, because I could not find a mousse consistency illuminator. I have liquid illuminators, but as I said, liquids can go more wrong than powders. The safest is mousse. If you can find a mousse consistency highlighter, yay. but I have powder here, and that's why I'm using finger, so you actually know how much you're using on your face. So you just want to dot it first like so, and then you want to blend it out. I'm using it on my cheekbones. Cheekbones is above the apples of your cheeks, so you just want to dot it and then you want to blend it. So I'm just going in back and forth windshield wiper motions, which we usually use on our eyes, going like this, windshield wiper motions. I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, and see what an instant difference it makes in the features. My this side looks sharper in features than this side, and I have a pimple right here. No, it's not a pimple, a mosquito bit me. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the highlighter and highlight this cheekbone as well. Now for highlighting our other features, what I'm going to use is this highlighter right here, which is a shade almost to my skin tone. It looks like this on the finger. So I'm gonna highlight my nose, a little bit on my forehead, cupid's bow and chin. So I'm just gonna pat it down like so. Blend. It makes a difference, right? For contouring, what you wanna do is you wanna make a fishy face. These are the hollows of your cheekbones. Now I naturally have a lot of hollow cheekbones, but I love contouring. I love it, and I use a cream blush, but that is a very dark cream blush. I'm just gonna use this shade right here. I'm gonna pick it up on my finger again, like so, and I'm just going to again dot it first and then blend it out. This is going to be a soft contouring one. It's not very harsh, but it's just a soft contouring. Also contour your nose. For that you just want to take a little bit of this product and run it alongside the sides of your nose, merging it up to the eye, and then you want to take it and apply it to the pointed part of your nose. Making sure everything is well blended. You don't want it to stand out and be like, ooh, she has contoured her face, because it should be very, very natural. So I'm just going to check in my mirror once if it's natural or not, because I did all of this makeup without a mirror. Pretty good. Yeah, so I'm not gonna change or do anything about that. Now let's move on to the concealer part of it all. Now, well, I'm not a big user of concealer, but if you have dark under eye circles or any place that you wanna conceal, concealer is also used as a highlighter by many people. So you just want to apply it under, I'm just going to apply it under my eyes to highlight my under eye area like so. I usually prefer doing concealer before foundation, but I've seen many videos in which if you use it after foundation, it just brings out more light to your eyes. And then I'm just going to use my ring finger, which I haven't used for any blush or any product out there. Ring finger is the most gentle finger on your eye, so I'm just going to use my ring fingers and I'm just going to pat it down to blend into my foundation. You want to use a patting motion rather than rubbing it, because this area is very, very sensitive, so you just want to pat it down and make sure that it's perfectly blended with your foundation, because different patches won't look good. Alright, now let's move on to the eye makeup. So the first thing that you want to use for eye makeup is a primer. Mine is by Inglot, and surprisingly this was the first product that I ever bought in my makeup stash, because I saw a lot of international vloggers and they were all like, you should prime your eyelids, and I had no clue what a primer is. And this one day I was at the Inglot store and I just gushed in and I saw this and I picked it up. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that onto my ring finger, because as I said, ring finger is the most gentle finger, and you want to apply a primer because the skin area of our eyelid is very thin, very sensitive, so a lot of veins can show up, there can be redness or anything. This would counter that, as well as it would help in your eyeshadow not creasing and staying there and be more vibrant for all day long. Our primers come in a whole lot of colors, white, skin tone, colored primers, but I'm going to be using skin shade today specifically, and I also have one by ELF mineral eyelid primer. So if you want to skip that, skip this and go for that, you can go for that. So I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids. There's a special reason I said skin shade primer only, because the eyelid that I'm going to be doing requires your eyelid to be bare. If you are using any other colored like white primer or anything, or if you aren't even using primer, you should make sure that you have a concealer or a foundation layer over your eye, because we want our eyelids to be bare like so. Alright, now let's move on to the eyeshadows. Now I really prefer that you go for palettes because you get more color, and I have one right here by Oriflame, and I love this one basically because of the reason it has like these lights going on, which I love. It has a lot of colors, both colored eyeshadows as well as neutral eyeshadows, and it just opens up like so, right? So you want to make sure that you have a palette which has colors as well as neutrals. I have this one also. What I can recommend to you guys is going for palettes like these. This is the 88 eyeshadow palette. Back in the day when I started vlogging, these were like really expensive because of the fact that only PH Cosmetics and Coastal Scents sold these, and they use the novelty factor in their profit. And I have this 162 eyeshadow palette also. This has like 2 trays going on. Alright, so it has like 2 trays going on like this. So you want to make sure that your palette, I also have a 88 neutral palette, but I won't really recommend that because it has only neutrals. You want to go for something that has color as well, so that you can basically go for a colored look if you want to, by not being like I have only neutrals. And if there is an absolute must buy single shadow, any color I would recommend, it's going to be black. For the simple reason, black can double up as many things. It can double up as an eyeliner, you can fill in your brows with it, or just do a million things with it. Black is my absolute must-have single eyeshadow. Mine is by Inglot in the shade 63, AMC 63. This is just a matte black. No shimmer going on, nothing, just a plain matte black. Alright, now, so we are going to start with the eye makeup. Before moving on to the eyeshadows, let's discuss the brushes. I have this one right here. This is the 8 OHPS by Inglot. Even the Colorbar dome brush is great. You want to go for dome brush because these can blend, apply eyeshadow, go into the crease, do everything. These brushes are literally everything. You also want a blending brush just to make sure, or if you want a full size beginner's kit, you can go for this Avon pouch, which is recently launched. It has 10 brushes, like 5 dual-sided brushes. I don't really like the face brushes because they have a lot of fallout, but the smaller brushes, the more compact ones, are great for use. Like these ones, these are great for use and work really well. They don't, and they come in a pouch. That's the cute part. Or you can also go for this one. This is the L33 eyeshadow brush kit. These brushes are my first love. Like these were the first good quality brushes I used, and these are still, I've been using them for over 2 years now, and see how like what great shape they are in. Total love. It's like total paisa vasool, or something like worth the money thing. But today I'm going to be using this 8 OHPS, and as I showed you before, I'm going to be using the Oriflame Dare to Dream palette, which has these cute lightings. So I'm actually going to mix some shades here. I'm going to mix this pinkish shade with this purplish shade right here. I'm going to mix these two and go directly into my crease. Yes, I'm not going to apply any color onto my eyelid area, which is bare, but I'm just going to pick up these 2 shades and I'm going to go directly into my crease area. Basically give you a very beautiful smoky eye with just 2 eyeshadows, and that too like just in the crease. You have nothing on the lid area, and you are making like a V while you're connecting it to your lash line. So it's just like going into the lash line and going in your crease, and you can blend it in windshield wiper motion like so towards your brow bone, or you can go in circular motions to blend this out. I basically like windshield wiper motions better, so I just try to do that and I blend it towards my eyebrow. You can also use a blending brush to do so, and you just have, with a clean blending brush, you just want to touch it very gently on the edges. Those 2 shades only, those two shades that we picked up earlier. You want to take it on the same brush and run it down your lower lash line. This would give you a better smokier effect. Do the other eye as well. You can use a wine shade for this and look totally gorgeous as well. Next, I'm going to take a kajal. Now I have a few recommendations for you. You must always have a nude pencil in your vanity because it just brightens up your eye. So I'm just going to take this nude pencil and I'm going to apply a little bit of it in my inner corners. Just open up the eye much more, and you must always have a black liner because it's a must. Mine is by Avon Color Trend and the white one is by Oriflame Nude Kohl. And I'm just going to take this black kohl and I'm going to run it on my waterline. Intensify our smoky eye. Then next, I recommend that you go in for gel liners rather than liquid liners because liquid liners are really hard to handle. You can also go for pen style liners, but I don't really prefer that. It's like my personal choice. But if you're comfortable with pen style liners, those are great as well. So I'm just gonna go in with this Maybelline Hyper Drama gel liner. I have one by Oriflame as well as one by Elizabeth Arden, but I really like my Maybelline one as well. So I'm just gonna take that and I'm going to just line my upper lash line. Liners over every other type of liner, so if you want, you can go for liquid liner as well if you are confident in that. Next up, I'm just gonna apply my mascara. I have my hypercurl volume express mascara right here. You want to use a mascara which is self-curling because that would save you time on curling eyelashes as well as save you from the pains of eyelash curling, because a lot of times skin comes in between when you're just a beginner. So you want to try a curling mascara first. And the way to apply mascara, sorry I forgot to talk you through that as well. What you want to do is that you want to look down. You want to keep your mirror on the down part. You want to look down and you want to apply it basically focusing on the roots and then just wiggling up the brush. Looking down would ensure that you don't by mistake hit the wand on your eyelid area and ruin your makeup. So you want to try that. And for the lower lash line, you want to move your face like so and have a double chin. You want to move your face down and you want to apply again in wiggling motions. Wiggle, 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 yeah. With that, the eye makeup is done. Ooh. How sexy do I look? Let's move on to the lipsticks. Now something that I really do recommend is having just some basic shades in your stash, so you are covered up. My basic shades includes a nude. I love the Revlon 99 Blossom. It's a pretty nude. Then you should have a baby pinkish shade. I like Lakme 925's Coral Incentive, which sounds Coral Incentive, but the shade is really pretty. Comes off as a baby pinkish color. It looks really dark on screen, but it comes off as a baby pinkish color. And then you must have a hot pink for those days when you want to be like, I'm a hot girl in the Bobbi Brown, like a plastic, oh it's fantastic. For that, I prefer MAC Impassioned. Really pretty. And I almost sounded like a man. Obviously, who can let go of a good red? I like the MUA Scarlet Siren, pretty red. And then finally, for lips, you must have, obviously there are lip primers and stuff, but this is just the basic stuff that I'm talking about, beginner stuff. You must have a clear lip gloss. This is the Oriflame Gloss Booster in the shade Sugar Glaze, which is basically a clear one. So you must have that. So which lip shade should I apply today? I'm thinking I'll go with Lakme 925 Coral Incentive because that would complement the look. I'm just going to top it off with the nude gloss, nude gloss, so that it's a little glossy. Finish the look. I hope you guys enjoyed enjoyed this video, then please rate, comment and subscribe even if it was helpful for you. I have an Instagram, a blog, a Twitter and a Facebook. Links to all would be in the bottom bar, so make sure to check those out as well. I will see you guys on Monday. Till then, take care. Bye.